Good morning. Pretty nice morning, really. I think it's about +8. We had, we had our own version of an inland hurricane last night. Holy man, did the wind blow. Like, I don't know exactly what it did get to. They had warnings of like 90 kilometers an hour or something. It was wild though. Like in them trailers, boy, you really think the world's coming to an end. But we survived. Unbelievably icy out here. Essentially it's a skating rink now. Anywhere where the ground's exposed, the mud is soft, and anywhere where we had driven and like really drove that in, that froze hard when it was -19. So now it'll be like, it'll be probably a couple of days of warm weather before this gets beaten out of here. Unless, of course, the wind blows. Then it'll go quick. But for right now, you have ice with like a sheen of water on it, which is probably the most slippery surface on the planet. I can't imagine what else would have less friction. So I was just on the phone there. I had a few more people phone for feed. I gotta go in, I gotta write all those orders down, and then I'm gonna start making feed. Crazy though how it always, as soon as it warms up, the wind blows. Like our yard is very sheltered, so it's not too bad right here. But I bet you if you got up to where the bins are, it's probably just howling up there. I'm gonna drive up there to grab that auger here in a minute. But yeah, for now I gotta write down these couple of orders that I got, and then I gotta start making them. I got a bunch of the bags I made for the cow guys. I'm moving on here now to chicken feed. I got the peas already in there. I ran them in through the hammer mill. Those 3 screens that I just showed you. There's a 4th one that's a different size yet. That's the one I use. So the peas that I showed you earlier too, just a second ago, they're broken up like that. They're not crushed into dust and they're not split in half. I'm running the wheat in here through the roller. That's the best way to do that. Really, any of the grains, if you run them through the hammer mill, they'll end up too fine. So I run them all through the roller. I think this mill, if I remember right, I think it holds a little over 6,000 pounds of chicken feed. So I make that up. I'll make a 6,000 pound batch. I got a couple 2,000 pound bags to fill. I got a 1,500 pound bag to fill. And then, of course, my wife wants some for her own chickens. So I guess I'll get some for her too. So peas are in, wheat's in. Next I'm going to grab the oats and the barley, and then a little bit more wheat. And then lastly I'll be putting in the canola. Well, shed's filling up again. I got about 6 more bags to make. It is 3 o'clock now, so I'm gonna run in and have I don't know what time it is. My clock says it's, I don't know. Yeah, it's like, it's a certain time of day. It's past lunch. I'm gonna go have lunch. So I just got done a nice spaghetti lunch. It is 4 o'clock. We're in the middle of, we're looking at getting some of those freestanding panels. But I don't know where the world got so complicated. Like, you can't even just do that. So I get looking and I'm like, oh, these are 2 7/8 and they're sucker rod and there's 5 in the middle of the frame, and then the next ones are 2 1/8 and they're 1 3/4. And I was like, holy smokes. Like, what do you even need? Like, you know, which one's better, which one's worse? They're about the same dimensions, you know, 5.5 feet high, 24 feet wide. Everything's basically similar priced. Some guys offer free shipping or free delivery. Some guys, you know, there's different. But I was thinking, like, holy smokes, like, what if you're like me and you don't even really understand, you know, what's good, what's not good. We haven't been in the cattle business at all, so we don't even know what to look for. They're basically between $275 and like $350 or $400, depending on options. And I was just like, you know, options. It's a panel. It's like a, what do you mean options? But yeah, there's like unlimited options. It's just like buying a car. You can customize it to what you want. So I guess I like to delegate that kind of stuff. For like my wife and my dad, they're definitely better at that. My dad will be able to stop by now, and tomorrow morning he's going to stop by a local guy there and chat him up a little bit. My wife now, she can do some calling around, and I can go back to making bags. I'm like the idea guy. I have the idea, and then I don't know how to put it into place, so I just am like, hey, we should do this. All right, see ya. Let me know when it's done. So it's a little after 7. This is another crazy day of making feed. I think I made 15 bags. Sometimes that may not sound like a lot, but I don't think I made any that were the same. So they're either different amounts, you know, from 2,000 pounds down to about 1,000 pounds, or they're different rations. So there's a bit of horsing around, switching around. Some goes through the hammer mill, some goes through the roller mill. Anyways, it takes all day. One thing I forgot to highlight yesterday, actually, the guy that gets feed here, they also make fancy dog bowls, dog dishes. I'd never actually been on their website before. I knew he was doing this, but I really didn't know to what extent. And unbelievably nice stuff. They got all sorts of things. So it's Kindred Creations. If you're looking for something like that, we just got our first dog because we only moved out here in July. So we got that. Yeah, we got that dog in June or whatever. When did we move out here? I think we moved out here in April. So yeah, we got our first dog in June, and I mean, he's kind of a farm dog, and he's been running around and eating out of buckets or, you know, whatever, coffee cans or whatever we put his food in. And then, but yeah, now we have this, and unbelievably nice workmanship. So if you're looking for something like that for your pets, they got other stuff too. I was on their website last night checking it out. They got toys and things like that. Lego, like, I'll probably end up getting one of those for my boy. But yeah, unbelievably nice. So that's Kindred Creations. I'll put a picture of their thing. So definitely go check that out. That is awesome. It's always good. They're local to the piece for sure. Local to our area. So shopping local definitely is the way to go, I think, for sure. So, but that is it for me tonight. I'm gonna lock this shop up and head in, go to bed, or head in and get some supper. Gotta have a shower. I made a ton of bags today, so I'm pretty much just a ball of grain dust. So to everybody that watches, always, thank you very much. We're always doing something, so you never know what you might see in the video. So for now, we will see you all tomorrow.